Welcome to the very last video of Ellamas, which is going to be this eye look. Let's call this just a classic New Year's glam. For whatever reason, when I think of Christmas glam, I think of warm tones of reds and golds and glitter. But when I think of New Year's Eve glam, I do think of silvers and cool tones. I am using, as per requested, the Girl on Jupiter palette from Gloss Gods. If you don't have this palette, of course you don't have to buy this to create this look. I'm going to show you some swatches in a minute, what kind of shades we use. But if you decide to buy this, you can of course use my code EllaKinkley to save just 5% off your order. The links and other codes are in the info box down below. Okay, so these are the swatches of the shades that I am going to use in this eye look. Sputnik Stardust, Starry Stride, Jovian Jane, and Petia's Halo. I have such a problem pronouncing this. Then we have Interstellar Icon, Eileen's Authority, and the last one is Meteoric Moment. So if you don't have this palette, you can of course use just something else with shades that look quite similar to this. But now let's hop into the tutorial. Okay, I'm starting my look with Sputnik Stardust here in the palette, which is a very nice transition color. It is gray, but it kind of has also a bit of a, I don't know, like borderline purple undertone in my opinion. At least this is what I see as soon as I blend this on the eyes. For more depth in the crease, I'm going into Jovian Jane now with a more of a stiff brush, but still not very precise. And I apply this throughout the crease. And I slightly flick this up into the transition area. I'm now tapping into Hypatia's Halo. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that right, which is the darkest shade in the palette. And to be honest, I think this palette would have benefited from a black instead of this neutral dark brown. But I'm taking this and I apply this on the outer V area and also in the crease. The last time I used this palette, I did a halo eye, and this time I'm doing a classic, you know, from light to dark eye. So I applied glitter glue all over the lid, and I'm going now into Eileen's Authority. And I start applying this shade beginning in the inner part of the lid, following along the crease and bringing it to the center. You could take it a bit above the center because we are going in, or I am going in with another shade. I just read on Reddit that people find it very cringy when content creators in their videos say, we are doing this, we are doing that. But I don't know, kind of YouTube I grew up with always did that. So I sometimes have to correct myself and say I instead of we. Do you think this is cringy? Tell me. I'm now tapping into Meteoric Moment. I do have some problems pronouncing these very specific space names, even though they're quite easy actually. I don't know why I'm struggling. Maybe because I'm sick. But I apply this now on the rest of the lid. And of course on top of the darkest part. Like so. And then I just tap it a bit in the center so that we have a gradient. Okay, so for the lower lash line, I'm going into Petia's Halo. I'm sorry if I'm butchering this word. I'm very sorry. And I apply this on the inner, or like, no, not the inner, the outer half of the lower lash line, keeping the inner half actually bare this time. Because I'm now going back into Sputnik Stardust with a pencil brush, and I start blending this on the inner half and blending this on top of this dark shade to mush it together. I'm now going into Starry Side with a pencil brush again, but that one is a bit more like flimsy with the hairs, a bit more soft. And I just blend this underneath both of the shades. Both. This just softens this blend downwards. It has not a real purpose, but to me, I feel like it makes a difference. So for the inner corner highlight, you can go quite wild in my opinion. I was also thinking of adding maybe a glitter gel from the Diamond Skin palette from Slayfire, Or let me show you this one. This is Mirror Mirror from the To Die For palette. They work beautiful. You can also top this inner third of your lid, for example, with Ellamas LA glitter. And there is one disco tag that is like a holographic silver, or silver like that is like a true silver. I don't think you can really tell, and I don't want to open it now because I'm a lazy bitch. And because I just know that this is probably something that not a lot of people own, I will stay in this for the inner corner highlight, but just to give you some more inspiration for this look. I still want to be very bold, and I tap into Interstellar Icon here, which is this is a true silver. Be careful, super intense, but what I do is I apply this as inner corner, bring it slightly down, and as per usual into the crease like a graphic liner moment. For my brow bone highlight, I'm going into Eileen's Authority again, because I think if I would use Interstellar Icon for that, that could be a bit too much. And I apply this surprisingly as my brow bone highlight. I know, who would have thought? And this is now the finished look. I also added some of the Rabanne glitter top coat to my lashes, but I don't think that they really show up. But I guess if you are in a low light situation, or with like, we're in a party and you have like the stroboscopy, whatever, like that might show up. But in real life, not so much. I just use it because I spend money on it and because it makes me feel pretty. So I hope you liked this video. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I wish you the best and of course a safest New Year's Eve. I'm staying home with my husband. We are going to do raclette and just watch movies, and that's it. Thank you so much for staying with me through the Ellamas series. This was actually a beast of video series to do because 31 videos, full like long-term videos, and then besides like my normal work, I'm tired, but I'm so happy that we made it. So I hope you like this series. Please leave some feedback. Tell me also in the comments down below, what are you going to do for New Year's Eve? And then I hope I can see you next year, kind of. So thank you, and yeah, until 2024.